see if I can talk at the same time I make pancakes. So yesterday we came back from our holiday up at my family's and we had a really nice and special time up there. We had bonfires and singing carols around the bonfire and fireworks, and we had lots of special family time. And me and Johan even went out with another church and sung Christmas carols out on the street and gave out Christmas gospel pamphlets. So that was really nice as well. And me and Johan got to go spend the day together, and my family babysat our kids, and we got to go out and do shopping together and go for a big walk along the beach and have dinner together at a restaurant. So that was all very nice as well. One thing I was thinking about while we're away, I'm from a big family and I have one brother and a lot of sisters, and all of us, we all have influence over somebody. We are all older than somebody. So for like the younger ones, the younger siblings, they're aunties and aunties or uncles by now. So we all have somebody who looks up to us, no matter how young we are. There's always somebody who looks up to us and who in a way might follow us. And so it is so important for us to make sure that we are being a good example to follow. Because if people follow our example, where will that take them? Will it take them to God? Will it take them to living right? Or will we be a negative example? And I think we don't even think about it a lot. That we do have a lot of influence over other people, and we need to be very careful to be a good influence. The Bible says, there's a verse, be thou an example of the believers, and first it says, let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and conversation, in charity and faith and purity. So whatever we do, whatever we say, it should be a good example to follow. So just think about who do you have an influence over? We're all older than somebody. No matter how young we are, we're all older than somebody, and we're either being a good example or a good influence, or we are being a bad influence or a bad example to follow. I love making pancakes and I love eating them for lunch. One thing I brought with me in your own, we're shopping, is another one of these. This is a small calendar with a verse for each day, and it's just a way of seeing new verses in your kitchen or wherever, a new one each day. I don't know where you buy them from other than the calendar shop that me and Johan went to, but see, my one for the year is nearly all finished, 29th of December, and there have been a lot of times that the verses have really helped me or been exactly what I needed to read. So it's just another way of having verses in front of you throughout the day. And I also found another calendar, which is a very beautiful one, and it's got Bible verses, but I love it when they have Bible verses and when they're beautiful as well. My sisters told me of 2 websites where you can buy quite nice ladies' clothes. So if you find it hard to find nice clothes, I'll share the websites with you. One is called w.lane, and I'll link that down below, and another one is called Edison, and one of my sisters actually gave me a dress from that place and I really liked it. So it's another nice place where you can find nice clothes if you like buying clothes online. I prefer to try them on first, but it's nice to know of good places where you can find nice feminine clothes. And the video that we watched while we were away is called The Fourth Wise Man, and it's kind of it's one about I guess something that could have happened back in the time of the wise men that went to find Jesus. And I think the moral of the story is the verses about whatever we do for somebody else, we're doing it for Jesus. So it's kind of based on those verses that Jesus said. And if you need any art ideas, I'll show you something I was given while we were away, which I think is a really neat craft idea. So these are little houses that have been painted, and they're just like a decoration, and I think they're made out of driftwood. So I think it's a really cute art or craft idea. Hello.
Hello.
Did you have a nice time at Grandma's and Grandpa's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you play with Pepsi?
I see.
Yeah, was it nice?
Yeah.
Did you go in the pool?
No.
Yeah, was it fun?
Yeah.
We do
Yeah.
the pool now.
Yeah, but the wow.
Wow. What else did you do at Grandma's? Did you see the horses?
Yeah. And the house is there.
Yeah. Did you go down the farm?
Wow.
You bounce on the tramp?
Wow.
Bounce?
Wow.
That was fun.
Wow.
Yeah. I think our pancakes are burning. Yummy, yeah. Oh, it's not ready yet. Oh, you could make it this. Yay! We may sometimes feel like we don't make much of a difference or what we do is not very important, but I think we make much more of a difference than what we realize because we don't always think about the people under us or even over us or, you know, older than us that we influence by what we do or by what we don't do, even without even saying anything. Sometimes we can still have a big influence. Okay, what else do we need? Oh, butter. That's what I'm trying to get. No. We are making some GingerSnaps. They're very yummy biscuits with molasses in them. They're one of my favourite biscuits. I don't make much because not everybody in our house likes them. But today we're going to make them. Okay, Joseph, could you get an egg?
Okay.
Lydia,
Bye.
what are you doing? Yes, you're going to do your face. Molasses on your face.
Okay, we go. Okay.
Make your biscuits.
Okay.
Yum.
Now.
Turn it up one more. Whoa. What colour is it? What colour is it? Brown. Brown? Yeah, then tap these. No, Mummy needs to hold it. Okay, you'll have it soon. Okay, we need ginger, cloves. You found it, Joe? Okay, 1 teaspoon of ginger. Do you think you can do that, Joe?
Okay.
Careful. I'll get a clove.
Have you got some in your nose?
You go, Lydia, you do this one.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Man, okay.
Yeah. Okay, now I need flour.
That's good.
Yep. Maybe just do a little bit more because it wasn't quite full. There's lots of ginger.
Yay!
Yay.
Can I lick the spoon? No one.
It's nearly finished.
No one.
Yeah.
Can I lick the spoon?
Yes, salt. Pink salt.
1. Yep.
2.
No, hands out.
Okay.
Hands out. Okay, put this one in.
Okay.
How much salt today?
Come on, I do it because it just needs so much of it. Okay, that's probably enough.
Hey, stop there. Dang it. Oh.
Okay, mix it around. Okay, we also need baking soda.
Mommy. No. Oh, Lydia.
No.
No.
No. Just do it slow, okay? You are supposed to chill the dough and then it's colder because you need to roll it in sugar, but I just do it without chilling it, otherwise it takes a lot more time. Lydia.
Bye.
Yummy? So if you don't chill them, they do lose their shape a bit when you're trying to make them, and it's just a little bit more messy, but I find when they're cooked it doesn't really make any difference. So this is how many it makes, but I made them a little bit too big, but that's okay. I'm sure nobody will mind.
I don't mind.
Tonight we're having lasagna for dinner. Lasagna is one of my favourite meals, but I don't make it very often because it feels like a lot of work with the mince and the pasta, and especially I like to do cheese sauce as well. But I find one way that's easy to do it is when I make spaghetti sauce, to make a big lot and then freeze half or 2/3 of it, and then you can just pull it out and use it when you need it. You can use it for spaghetti bolognese or just with pasta. So now I'm using it for lasagna. The kids are listening to the 5 Find Outers, one of the mystery stories. Before we went away, they were listening to the rest of the story, and they're just about up to the end of it now. But I was thinking I quite enjoy the 5 Find Outer mystery stories. But with any mystery story, you don't, like a mystery, you only find out a little bit at a time. You only discover the mystery a little bit at a time. They find one clue, so they follow that clue, and when they do that, they find another clue or something that leads them to something else. And yet sometimes the clues may be dead ends, and it feels like they've wasted their time. And I think, wow, I think that may be a little bit of a picture what finding out the will of God for your life can be like. We only see like one step. We only see the next step. We don't see like the whole pathway. We only see what we're supposed to do next. And sometimes we may not even know for sure what we should do next. And yet when we do what we know that we can do, then we find the next step then. I heard somebody say that finding God's will feel like it's like the headlights of the car. You only see a little bit ahead, but you see enough of what you are to do next, and then once you do that, then you see what you are supposed to do next after that. And somebody else said it's a bit like a scroll. You know, you only see a little bit at a time. It unrolls a little bit at a time. But we would like to be able to see the whole thing, you know, like I have a whole book and know what we're supposed to be doing, but it's not the way it works. So yeah, we do what we know is the next step to do. And sometimes we don't even know for sure, but if we do pray a lot about it, God will give us wisdom. And sometimes we just need to do the next thing, and when we do that, then the next thing will be made clear.
He was so scared that he ran for his life. I brought the light here. We can come round.
Dad. Ozzy! Dad! Ozzy! Ozzy! Dad! Dad! Oh, I didn't do it, did I? I said go. I got you. Yeah. Ozzy! Ozzy!
Like it, Joe?
Yeah. I didn't know it was different colors. I thought it was just green and red and white. Well, at least you're not sorry to.
So Johan put up some fairy lights tonight on our deck. We had a late dinner outside, so I just found a poem that is about the new year, and it is also about what I said about mysteries, how you just find out one step at a time. The new year begins a new journey, one step at a time we may see, but looking to Jesus for guidance, the way will be open for thee. One step at a time, simply trusting the one who is holding thy hand, the one who with infinite wisdom each step of thy pathway has planned. The shepherd has marked out thy pathway, the end from beginning he knows, but light he will give as thou goest, one step at a time Jesus shows. One step, but one step is sufficient, faith, trust in the Father above, who worketh all things for our blessing, whose dealings are ever in love. Faith rests in the one who is guiding, and trust him who goeth before, whose love cheers and brightens the journey, whose presence gives joy evermore.